Seeing as you are all in the same boat, you are going to be cast in a TV show as a group of shipwrecked survivors on a tropical island. And these are all very different characters from each other. So it's a comedy. You are going to cast the others on your team in specific roles by a show of hands. And at the end, you will reveal how you cast yourself. But this is vital. You are not casting people as if they were one of these comic characters. So you're not putting a narrative on them as to who they are in real life. You're only choosing which character they could best play. So if my friends say, I could play a bear better than a ballerina, it is not a moral judgment or a narrative laid on me. Besides, in real life, my daughter wrote of me as a bear striving to be a ballerina. Casting an actor to play a villain is not a judgment on the actor's character. So, now for everyone who hasn't seen the TV comedy Gilligan's Island, pause me here. Just as there are 7 various characters in our Lifeboat logo, here's the 7 roles on Gilligan's Island. Remember, this is about casting someone to play the character, not someone who is entirely like the character in real life. So casting 7 characters. Number 1, silently cast yourself in roles from the list. Number 2, all will vote to cast every player, either gender. 3, if more than 7 players, you can double or triple cast for 1 character. Which role would you be most natural at? Which character is the most playable by another player, of either gender? The skipper, a practical leader who gets stressed but is likable, often like the adult among children, saves the day. The professor, objective, proactive, focused on solutions, often immersed in work, is detailed but also conceptualized well. Remember, either gender can play any character. Gilligan, youthful exuberance, a class clown, a little clumsy, childlike, socially awkward but likable, and sometimes surprises with insights. The movie star, a big presence that transcends good looks. People notice when they walk into a room. Well-informed, admirable flair, and boldness. Marianne, or if a male, hairy man. The girl, or boy, next door. High ethics, very capable, empathetic. In an Archie comic, he or she would be Betty or Archie, to movie stars Veronica or Reggie. The straight man, the father or mother of the whole community. The multi-millionaire, oozes success and confidence, works smart, not hard, will never be volunteer of the year, loves to wheel and deal, a natural at business, and generous. The millionaire spouse appreciates the finer things of life, good-hearted and adventurous, very social and funny, a little high maintenance. The first mate will end this video and in gallery view lead voting for casting each player as a character, from top left of your gallery view clockwise. When the voting is complete, each person announces the character they would most cast themselves to play. Everyone in gallery view holds up a piece of paper with the name of the character they were voted to and the name of the one that they chose for themselves. And then everyone can take a print screen of the cast. The first mate has the wheel. Gar. Coming through, coming through. Hot, 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 hot. Thank you. Stone Soup is a challenge that is a shorter and simpler version of Scavenger's Feast. You can play in a single main room group or breakout rooms. Now here is a pot of boiling water. Mother of... It was made over the Lifeboat's fire bowl. It's already salted because 3 parts of precious fresh water was diluted by 2 parts of seawater, and that ratio is drinkable. Now, as the tale is told, I'm simply adding a stone to make soup. Of course, it's a magic stone. It's a soup stone. Voila. Oh! It burns! It burns! Let's try it. We just stir. Take a little sip. It's pretty good. But it does send you a little something. You are going to have to find one item to contribute to the stone soup. And if someone contributes the same item in advance of you, say if you got a potato and somebody offers a potato before you, you have to dash off and get something else before it's your turn. Now, if you are playing in breakout rooms, bring 2 items each, and each breakout will compete with the others in a general vote for best soup. When you present what your team, what your breakout room put in the soup, where everybody in the smaller breakout room gets 2 things to bring each. In a big group in the main room, if you're making 1 pot of soup, well, then you only get 1 each. So whether you're going in breakout rooms or all playing in the main room, you have only 30 seconds to get back on camera with your contribution to stone soup. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Anyone late cannot contribute their item, and they have to eat on camera some of what they brought late, as is. But barring health concerns, I don't want anyone eating a whole uncooked package of spaghettini or a bag of frozen dry peas. So take 2 bitefuls of whatever you brought if you were late, and pretend it's good, delicious. But use common sense on health concerns, of course. First mate has the helm and the pot of stone soup. Now you can stop this video and return to gallery view, and maybe go into breakout rooms, and everybody gets cooking. Needs a little something. This challenge is going to be for memory and a little surprise, a little twist as well. First of all, I need you to memorize what is on this plate, not the plate itself. The corkscrew, any piece of fruit. This is a tape measure. Here's a bill. It could be a $5, a $10, $20 bill. A stone. Can you see the penny? There's a pencil and a paper clip. That sort of goes together. There's a match and a candle. That sort of goes together. There's pasta, which rhymes with paperclip. There's toilet paper. There's a card, and there's the money, and maybe those 2 you can group together in your mind. A cork and a piece of fruit. Here's the thing. You have to go grab a bag and collect all these things within 2 minutes. But you have to remember what you're looking for. You cannot make a list. You cannot take a list with you. It has to be in your mind. So take a photograph of this in your mind. Group the objects in your head. Make up a little story, a little mnemonic device. See this in your mind when you're looking for it. Do you see the penny on top? All right. You have 2 minutes. If you don't get back in time, you lose everything. Do not run. You're responsible for any injury to yourself or you injure anyone else. Do not run over Grandpa. And don't run over Grandma because she has a cane and she's wicked hard and she's wicked smart. All right? 2 minutes. Get a bag and find all of this. Get back on camera. First one back on camera with everything, or the most, will win. Although there's no prize, so I don't know if you can win, but you'll be the best. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land ho! And the island appears in the mist. Just scraping the hull over coral reefs, you make it to the beach. In size, the island is 118 square kilometers. It's shaped like a dolphin with a rainforest and a spine of hills rising over 300 meters down the middle of the island. But what else is there? Who else is there? Anyone? The crew will be divided into teams of 4 to plan what to do to survive until rescued and when to do it. So what will be your priorities? And where in the world are you? You are on Tetapare Island in the South Pacific, in the scattered Solomon Islands, northeast of Australia and east of Papua New Guinea. Tetapare is 12 miles long and up to 4 miles across, and it is wild. Now today, outsiders visit occasionally. It's a nature preserve. But due to one of those pesky time-space wormholes, you have landed on Tetapare Island in 1802. The last true island wilderness in the South Pacific. Not to say that indigenous peoples might not be there in 1802. Fortunately for you, this is one lifeboat challenge where your research skills are allowed, on phone or on laptop. But once on the island, You will have no technology, no guns, only your knowledge and your wits. You are Robinson Crusoe. But if you discover indigenous peoples, remember the prime directive of the Starship Enterprise, to not interfere with the timeline of other worlds, of other civilizations, especially if, for example, they are headhunters. And environmentally, when you leave Tetapari, of course, you will leave it as you found it. Now, as a planning team, you will decide on division of labor, and then research the island, and then present to all your 4 priorities, 4 projects, and 4 rules for surviving until you're rescued, if you want to be rescued. In 2 minutes, the first mate will send you into teams of 4 to breakout rooms. So study this and take a photo of it on your phone for reference.